This is my second time filming this video. Yes.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, if you can't tell by the title, we are going to be testing out a new concealer as well as a foundation. Yes. So if you didn't know, The Ordinary released their new concealer and I saw it on Beauty Bay and was like £4, I think it was like £4.95 or something. Let me double check. I'm pretty sure it was like £4.95. Yeah, £4.95 for a concealer. I'm trying it. And I also purchased the foundation as well because I have never tried an ordinary foundation and I thought, you know what, while I'm trying a concealer, let's try the foundation as well. So I picked up the full coverage, I think it's called full coverage foundation, I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. It's called coverage foundation, but it is obviously like a full coverage foundation, so yeah. This is £4.75, but they also do have a more natural foundation called the serum foundation, and that is £5.50. So I thought, you know what, let's try out the full coverage foundation with the new concealer. Yes, I'm excited. So both of these are meant to be like full coverage kind of products. I can 100% agree with that. I have already used these in a video, but my audio actually messed up, so we're doing it again. But yeah, you'll see how it applies, all that jazz. So yeah, let's jump straight on into it. Okay, so for my primer, I'm going to be using the XX Revolution Cloud Complexion Primer. Yeah, I thought, you know what, let's use products that I know will work well with other foundations and other concealers. So we're going to use this primer to start off with. So I'm just going to use a little bit of this and rub this into my skin. I literally just use this on like my T-zone, so like on my forehead where I have some fine lines, like on my nose, like where my pores are, like a little bit on my cheeks and a little bit on my chin. I love this primer. I think it's one of the best primers that I've used personally. It's nice and hydrating and refreshing. So yes, I really like that primer. Also, I forgot to mention the foundation also does state that it does help to like blur pores and like fine lines, that kind of thing. So yeah, now we're going to go into the foundation. Now I'm just going to take like 2 pumps of this. I will say 2 pumps. The other day I think I used about 2 pumps and that was enough. So yeah, we'll see. I might have to use a little bit more because I have got a bit more of a red nose today and a little blemish there, so we'll see how it looks with just 2 pumps. Can I just say that I'm not a big like fan of the packaging. Not a huge fan. It doesn't have like a lid on it, it's literally just like this, so you have to like twist and turn the lid to like either stop it and like release it, if that kind of makes sense. So I'm going to use 2 pumps, and also as you can see the packaging will get a little bit dirty, so if you're going travelling, I know at the minute you can't really go travelling, but if you're going travelling, you know, it's basically, if you're putting your foundation in with everything else, it might get a little bit dirty. Also, I do just want to say that this foundation might be, I think it's a little bit, maybe a tiny bit dark for me. I might just need an extra pump because, yeah, I'm going to take 1 more pump. I think the second pump that I did wasn't, you know. Yeah, it's like a little bit dark for me, like, but no, I wouldn't say it's too dark. Sorry, I totally forgot to mention the shade that I'm actually using is the shade 1.2P Light for pink undertones. I am more of a pink undertone. I would say this foundation's quite warm. Then again, it could just be me. Like, it definitely has got pink undertones in it, but yeah. Look, that actually looks really good. I'm just going to take a little bit more just because I have got a little bit of redness there. So I'm actually taking the tiniest little dot. I'm going to put there. I'm also just going to put a bit extra on my nose as well because my nose is a little bit red today. So yeah, there we go. Really nice. Really nice. Look at that. The coverage is actually really good on this foundation. Oh, I do really like this foundation. The only thing is the packaging. The packaging is like I said, it's just not the best packaging, to be honest. I mean, you can obviously wipe it off, but it's like not going to be like completely clean because of how like this is like a rubber kind of lid. It's one of them materials that just kind of gets a little bit like dirty quickly and won't like be clean forever kind of thing. So now moving on to the concealer. Like I said, picked up this. I've got mine in the shade 1.0p, very fair pink undertones. So this is a lot lighter than the foundation. I'm just going to put like a little bit underneath. Tiny bit on my nose. That was probably a bit too much. I'm just going to put a little bit on my lids as well. A tiny bit on my chin. The only thing I don't really like about this is the applicator. I'm not going to lie. It's just not the best. Like, also this only has 8ml in it, which, to be honest, if it is a full coverage concealer, you might not use as much as what you would usually do. Also, the applicator actually helps you to not maybe use as much product as what you would do with like a doe foot applicator. So yeah, you might actually be using less product like overall, if that kind of makes sense. You know what? I like this. I like this concealer. I like the concealer. I like the foundation. Together they work really well. I like my base. I like it. So I'm going to go in. I'm going to take my Laura Mercier powder now to set. I'm using this powder because I know that I already love it. So I thought, you know what, let's use a powder that I love, that I know works with a lot of foundations and a lot of concealers. Let's use that. But though, guys, I'm not going to lie. I wore this foundation on the other day when I filmed with it. And you know what? It lasted a whole 12 hours without cracking. It didn't look too oily. I mean, it was by the 12th hour, like I had a nap during the day, so by the 12th hour it was starting to look a little bit like, you know, a little bit oily, but like overall it looked amazing. So yeah, to be honest though, I wouldn't say it's like, I would say it's full coverage, yeah, but I wouldn't say that it's like heavy. Like they both feel very lightweight on the skin. Like I kind of don't feel like I'm wearing a lot of makeup, which is nice. It's nice to not have to feel like you're caked in powders and foundation and concealer. So yeah, but so far I really like this foundation, other than this little spot here. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna do the rest of my base, you know, my blusher, bronzer, highlighter, brows, that kind of thing, and then I'll be back to kind of give you guys my final thoughts. So yeah, I'll be right back. Okay guys, so I'm back. This is me with the rest of the makeup on. I'm not doing anything crazy today, like makeup wise. Didn't really want to do a full eye look, that kind of thing, so I didn't. So I've literally just gone for my basic, natural, everyday kind of makeup. So
this is what it looks. What?
This is what it's looking like. Honestly, the products worked really well on top of the foundation, concealer. yeah, so far no creasing underneath the eyes. My forehead looks good. The rest of my base looks good. Yeah, I'm really happy with it. Like I said, when I used it the other day, it was perfect for 12 hours. Like, for 12 hours, that's a long time, but I usually don't have my base on and my like makeup on for that long. So considering I had it on for like 12 hours and there was nothing wrong with it other than a little bit of oiliness on my cheeks, but other than that, it was perfect. I even went to do food shopping on Saturday with it on. I had like a little bit that come off my nose from a mask, but everything else was absolutely perfect. Can I also say that my nose actually looks really good with this foundation on? Usually I'll do my foundation, I'll put my powder and whatnot, and then I will go in with a little bit of blusher on my nose, and whenever I put blusher on my nose, usually my foundation gets a little bit ruined. I don't really know why, but it looks actually amazing. It looks really good, like better than usual. So yeah, and that was the same the other day as well, so I don't really know what I've done, but yeah. So yeah, do I recommend this foundation and concealer? I do. If you're looking for a new like either full coverage foundation and full coverage concealer, try these bad boys out. They're really good. I really like them. Like I said, they work. I think they work for a lot of different skin types. Not drying, not cakey, not heavy, just a really nice finish. It's really nice. I really like it. So if you are wanting to get a new foundation concealer, try that out. If you are looking for a new concealer, try this concealer because it's really nice. Definitely covers underneath the eyes. Isn't thick, isn't heavy. Yeah, it just looks really nice on the skin. I am going to have to try out, you know, like the concealer with a different foundation and the foundation with a different concealer to see how they work with other like foundations and concealers. But yeah, so far really enjoying these ones. Really like them. Big thumbs up. Definitely worth it, especially for like £10. Like, that is so good. Such a good price. Definitely check them out. So yes, I really hope you enjoyed today's video, guys. If you did, please remember to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, as it would really help me out. If I remember, I'll link everything else that I'm wearing on my face also in the description box down below. I might forget though, so don't hold me to it. Of course, I'll be linking my social media handles above and also in the description box down below in case you want to check me out there. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!